This video is going to be about two things: this microphone and this big blue chunky mouthpiece that I'm going to wiggle in front of your face. First of all, the microphone. This is a Warm Audio 47 Junior. It's a large diaphragm condenser mic. And Junior, maybe there's a daddy version. I don't know, but I think there's a bigger version of this. But anyway, I digress. This is the Warm Audio 47. And of course, I want to hear what it sounds like when I'm recording my saxophone. Now, I've used this big, spongy, fluffy thing on top of the microphone so I don't get plosives. And it's doing a pretty good job. And it sounds very good on my voice. And usually when it sounds good on the voice, it sounds pretty good on the saxophone. So yeah, I'm quite excited about this one. Now, the second thing that I'm going to be doing, maybe it's the primary thing, is this big blue chunky vintage mouthpiece. This is the Vandoren. It's the Jumbo Java. It's the T95. And it's blue. And it's a chunky big ebonite thing which I'm not used to playing. I only play slimline metal mouthpieces. So this might be a little bit strange for me. So let's have a look inside of it. You've got this step baffle. Look at that, reflecting in the light. It's got this big, long baffle just down here. Now, if you look in that side there, it's got this medium chamber. Long step baffle, medium chamber. That is a recipe for bright and powerful. So yes, I'm looking forward to this one. And I will be using my new favourite reeds, which are the Vandoren V16 strength 2.5 on this thing. And the saxophone I'll be using is my Silver Princess, or should I say my Silver Dolnay, this little beauty here, because I think this might be more suited for this sort of mouthpiece. So let's give this whole package a whirl. This microphone, this tenor saxophone, this mouthpiece, and these reeds. And I'll speak to you lot after the demo. So there you have it. That was the demo. No jam time this time, but I didn't really need to. I wanted to show the timbre of this mouthpiece and also the timbre of this microphone. So first of all, the microphone, it's a multipolar pattern microphone. It has the figure 8 configuration, which means the front capsule and the back of the capsule are active, the sides not so much. It has your Omni configuration, which is all the way around, In other words, you'll hear the voice all the way around. It picks up basically everything that's in the room like that. And the position that I have it on now is the cardioid, which is this part, the front of the capsule. It also has a low pass filter to take off the low end rumble if you've got any of that going on. And when I was recording this saxophone, I was using the -10 dB pad, so it didn't distort the signal. I could keep it nice and clean, and you can get a nice natural sound. And that's also great for when I'm playing a bit louder on something like this. So how did this microphone do? Well, as you can hear on my voice, it's nice. It's really nice. And on the saxophone, yes, it worked really well. This is something which I like. It's a great little microphone. And if you're looking for a condenser mic which has multiple polar patterns and lots of other little features, something like this might be pretty good for you out there. Just check them out. Look out for this Warm Audio 47 Junior. It's a decent microphone. Now, the Mouthpiece. This blue, chunky, weird thing. This Vandoren Blue Jumbo Java. The one with the little elephant on the side. There's the elephant picture just there. It's a bit faded on the picture, but that's because it's a vintage mouthpiece. But this thing is, how do I explain it? Strange for me, because I'm not used to playing chunky mouthpieces like this. It's not as bright and edgy as my typical slimline metal Brecker model mouthpieces or anything like that. It has a bright but not thin bright. It has a full but not dark. It's just right in the middle, but enough power and projection. It's exactly what I've been reading about these jumbo Javas, but it has that thickness and depth to the tone. I would say it's more in line with a Clarence Clements style of vibe, if you know what I mean. That sort of middle of the road, bright, powerful 80s, 90s pop rock saxophone sound, that sort of vibe. That's what this reminds me of. Now, would I ever switch to something like this? The answer is 1,000,000% no. And that's not because I don't like the sound. It's just physically the dimensions are too chunky for my stupid head. I only want to play on slimline metal mouthpieces because that's my absolute preference. Now, sound, yeah, it's very, very okay. It's not my sound concept, but I can see why people rave on about these mouthpieces. So yes, this is a very good mouthpiece. And if I was ever to play an ebonite or a chunky mouthpiece, I think something like this would fit the bill. But that's not going to happen, so no. No. But anyway, I'll catch you lot in the next video. Do your thing. Click on the like, click on the subscribe, and you will catch this Muppet in the next video. See you later, people.